Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Arblease lockdown room. This is episode 5 of 5 Minutes With. Also, at the end of this episode, you'll find out how you're going to get into that competition to win a G-Shock Casio. So stay tuned. Right now, though, we're on a mission, and the mission is to find out what makes a tipper the best. What makes a tipper an arb tipper, and what makes it the best. So we needed help, and we've enlisted the help of somebody with 25 years experience in this market, and a man, if anybody knows, this guy should know. So we're going to go live now, 5 minutes with Tipmaster, and we're blessed to have the company. Yeah, we're on. Nick Stubbington from Tipmaster. You're live. How you doing?
Hi, good afternoon.
There he is. Yeah, nice to see him. Welcome. Thank you so much for giving us your time with the extortionate rents and overheads you've got down there in anywhere near London. This is costing us a fortune having you here today.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate your time, mate. Also got Marco here, of course. We couldn't disconnect him in time. He got connected and he's in. So he's in now. We might have to keep him. A quick warm welcome, Nick. How are you doing, mate? Are you okay? How are you coping with the lockdown? You're locked down, I can see.
Thanks. Yeah, no, the lockdown has not been as bad as we thought it would be, to be fair.
Well, that's good to hear. I mean, it is. I mean, on a day like today in this room, you can see I'm getting redder and redder and the hair's getting bigger and bigger. But you two, in actual fact, Marco, you've definitely had a trim. And Nick, I don't remember last time. I remember your hair being like that anyway, so it ain't affecting you too much, is it? It is. I don't know whether you lost weight or lost hair. Want something going on here.
No lockdown haircut, that's for sure.
So we've got 10 minutes. Marco's got the stop clock on, and we've got a bit of a game in a short while. But we want to hear about your company and your products, because Tipmaster is a product that, I mean, it's a brand within itself. If you say to any tree surgeon in the UK or anybody linked to the industry, get in a truck, and we say, have you considered Tipmaster? They go, oh yeah, Tipmaster, yeah. It's a go-to product. What's made it a go-to product, Nick? What's made it so successful over the years? Your particular ARB truck and designs, not necessarily ARB, but it's tipper trucks, isn't it? And tell us more about what you offer, mate.
Okay, I mean, I think really where we've probably scored is being considered the originator of the lightweight tipper back in '67. So we've got 50 years of experience behind us of building tipper trucks. So we would like to think that we know how a tipper truck should be constructed the right way. Secondly, working on that and listening to the guys that we deal with. It's not for us to say to a tree surgeon, this is how you should have your truck, mate. He knows how he wants his truck to work. So building a quality product that we'll stand behind, but listening to what the guy wants for his purpose.
Yeah, I think that's really important, because over the years, there's been, brands and models of things like chippers and grinders, but the ARB truck has always been one of those machines that is very bespoke, isn't it? And I don't think you'll ever be able to do an A, B, C model of tipper truck, because everybody's got their own ideas on what makes the perfect truck, haven't they?
Very much so, particularly in the tree surgeons industry. Everybody's got that little unique way of working. If we build a truck for the show, which, as you know, we do every year, whatever we build, whatever the compliments we'll get from that truck, that tree surgeon will still turn around at the end of the conversation and say, but I would have had mine 2 millimeters shorter, and I would have had the angle of that V sort of 1 degree different to that, because he's not going to have the same truck as the guy down the road, and it's what he wants. So it is very much a case of listening to each individual and being in a position that we are to build a bespoke vehicle.
Marco's been dealing with you for years now. I mean, we've been going since 2006. When did you get going in the ARB industry, Nick? When did you first sort of say, hang on a minute, there's a market here? I mean, you're only a whippersnapper yourself, so it's probably a predecessor, but when did it kick off the ARB industry for you into a recognised, okay, this is a market that we're interested in?
Yeah, I guess really for going in the way we have with the ARB trucks, it's got to be, we're 2020, probably around about 25 years back, when we started to actually say, right, just producing factory built tippers, which we did an awful lot back in the day for the likes of Nissan and Citroen and so on. But to become a niche player in the marketplace, The advent of the factory tipper with Ford and Citroen and people like that coming along and building tippers in vast volumes, it made sense also for us as a small company to specialise, and we were in a position to be able to do that. And running down what we do now, probably 20 to 25 years back, we probably produced our first ARB tipper, and the rest is history now, I guess.
I've just brought up the website and we can see here that there's a vast selection of different trucks, depending on what truck you want, I guess. So you can have any type of truck that you think suits you. We've financed a lot of these vehicles over the years. Marco has especially been the contact with you. Comment below, guys, if you're looking at this and you're disagreeing. But initially, if somebody hasn't looked at a tip, they go, they come at a cost. I know they're good quality, but they come at a cost. We then discuss some finance figures, and all of a sudden things become a little bit more affordable. And then we get a little bit further down the line, and inevitably they go, you know what? Yeah, why would I buy a second-hand one? I understand now. We can spread the cost of this. But they do come at a cost, Nick, and this is a great opportunity to explain to people exactly why. I mean, there's a lot involved in producing these things at this quality, isn't there?
There is. I mean, no, I don't want to be sort of appearing disrespectful to any other bodybuilder out there, because that would be wrong to do it, because there's plenty of really good bodybuilders out there. The way we do it is with quality materials. We do make sure that everything we use is the best quality. GRP sides we use, there again, we pick the best quality product out. And also, where a lot of the bodybuilders start with a base vehicle, we don't. As you know, we build everything from scratch, from the ground up, and it's all hand built. And to do that does come at a cost. There's a lot of man hours goes into hand building a tipper body. I mean, the orange tipper that you showed on the web page just back then for Tree Care Solutions, I mean, literally we did that from the ground up, including all the sign writing. Okay. And to the customer's bespoke spec, and believe me, I'm sure Dan won't mind me saying that guy is so specific of what he wants, right down to the most minutest of details. But he gets a vehicle that is doing his job 100%, and as Marco rightly says, that's one hell of a business card.
Yeah. Second-hand value as well. They hold their value, second-hand? Very
much so, yeah. Bearing in mind that you find most of these guys will keep these trucks for a minimum of 10 years. And will still have a decent residual value at the end of that 10-year period.
Okay, so somebody can get their own truck, and then you can convert a truck they find. You're happy to do that?
Very much so, yeah. Because at the end of the day, as you rightly said just now, they do come at a cost. When you're talking of ARB tippers starting probably on transit fusos in excess of 30 grand, plus that as a brand new vehicle, that isn't to everybody's budget. If a guy comes along to us and says, right, I'm going to buy a 5-year-old Transit with a one-stop body, I'm happy with the heavy steel floor, but I need an ARB truck. That is a great budget option that we can and do look at.
Yeah, it starts off at 30 grand, but by the time you get that into some sort of shape, it might be 2.5 grand down. And then from a finance professional's point of view, I'm thinking of a payment there to the tune of about $450 a month. And if we qualify that into having a quality product, then that's relatively small amounts of money if you've got the turnover to warrant it, which many businesses have in the UK. And getting from A to B, getting it done quickly without the breakdowns and without that has got to be worth that money. Got to be. Well, we're certainly seeing it with the amount of machines we finance and vehicles we finance for you.
Absolutely. And as I say, people do have a budget, but and it is great, particularly when you, with a show vehicle, we'll always ask Marco to do some figures prior to the show on the demonstrators that we're taking. So that if somebody does see the cash price of £35,000, it can immediately make them gulp and scare them away. But when you break that down to $4 something a month, £100 a week, it does make them look at it from a different angle, and they realise then that I'm earning £150, £200 a day. Yes, they've got the other overheads, but all of a sudden, £100 a week, wow, that's affordable.
Right then, Nick. We've got a little game for you. We're having a competition. It's a little bit like, it's getting a little bit competitive. Last week we had Navin from Down to Earth on, and he got very emotional about this game. I mean, he took it very personally. It's a chance to win an Arblease mug, all right? And it's a little game that we've got going out called the yes and no game. All right, Nick? Okay, all right. We're going to... You've played it before, so basically you're not got to say yes or no, and no pausing up to 3 seconds. There's only 50 questions, and if you get that far, you get a mug immediately. All right. If not, it's going to be the best player. So you understand the rules, and you're ready to play. We're not going to play yet. I'll let you know when. But are you ready?
Go for it.
No.
Right then, 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Nick, do you take a shower every day?
Often.
Do you like Marco?
Sometimes.
Is Marco pretty?
I would like to say something, but I won't.
Can you play an instrument?
I can.
Are you wearing jeans?
I'm not.
Are you tired?
I'm not.
Are you 63?
I'm definitely not.
Are you working?
Well, that's a matter of debate.
Do you wear glasses?
I don't.
Do you watch TV at night?
Occasionally.
Can you swim?
I can't.
Have you been to the beach?
Not today.
Have you been abroad?
Not today.
Are you a vegetarian?
Well, certainly not.
Are you wearing a necklace?
I certainly may be.
Have you ever seen a UFO?
Good, he's good.
I have.
Do you like kids?
Well, that depends. Ask my children.
Have you ever had surgery?
I have.
Do you like seafood?
I do.
Do you like seafood?
I do.
Are you on a diet?
You can see that for yourself, can't you?
Is that a tight t-shirt you're wearing?
Very.
Are you handsome?
Ask my wife.
Do you drive?
I do.
Do you do your own laundry?
I do.
Are you single?
I'm married.
Do you drink coffee?
Regularly.
Do you like sports?
That's arguable. I'm a football fan.
Do you like chocolate?
Galaxy.
Do you support Arsenal?
Definitely not.
Do you wash your hair every day?
I do.
Do you work on Saturdays?
Never.
Are you a good boy?
Always.
Are you blonde?
Grey.
Do you like Marmite?
Definitely.
Have you ever kissed a dog?
Arguably, a few.
Do you drink beer?
Do I drink beer? I certainly do.
Do you like Christmas?
Christmas, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Defeated.
Incredible. Give that man a beer. Give him a beer. That is absolutely 100%.
Very good.
That was by far the best so far. Marco, I'm gobsmacked. Nick Stubbington, you legend. That. And of all the things you do, who knew that the best thing you do is not tipper trucks, it's the yes or no game? Who knew that?
There you go. That's it. I'm resigning.
Nick Stubbington from Tipmaster. All of your, well, we don't need to go there. Everything's available on Arblease. Your website's great. You're the man. And anybody looking for a tipper truck, then you have to be a consideration. It's lovely to see you today. Thank you very, very much for your time. And stay safe. All right, mate.
Pleasure. Thanks very much.
Cheers.
All the best.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning into episode 5 of 5 Minutes With. And big thanks to Nick Stubbington from Tipmaster for sharing his experience and insight into the world of tippers. Loved it. And think very highly of Nick Stubbington as well. Thanks for your time. Okay, competition time, everybody. Your chance to win a Casio G-Shock watch. We promised you it would happen, and now it is. All you've got to do is comment below and comment and say, okay, what you think is the most important attribute when designing or buying a tipper for your business. That's all you got to do. Whether on YouTube, Instagram or Facebook, make it happen, and we will randomly select a winner this time next week on the next episode of 5 Minutes With. All right, guys, stay busy, Stay safe. We'll speak soon.